Get some different music up in here. The fifth grader. Mm-hmm. I wonder if I can just put in some lo-fi. Yeah.
Give myself.
There we go. Just chilling, waiting for you guys. Do 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 do. Welcome to whoever is joining us today. We have our Are You Smarter Than a Junior Bolt today, taken off of the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Let me just raise this up for you. So if you are joining us here for the first time and you've never done this before, you're going to need two devices, one to stream and one to play. And so you'll use the device to watch what you're doing right now, and then you will play on your smaller device, typically your mobile phone or whatever. We're just waiting here till the people come. This is our first Thursday event. Very excited. We are pioneering on Thursday. So we usually do trivia on Tuesday. But today we are doing a special theme. We are doing Are You Smarter Than a Junior Bolt? Specifically a fifth grade junior bolt. So we have some history, some science, some math, some language arts. We got it all happening today. So we are going to do all that. So you would register on your device, like I said, if you haven't joined us before. The Kahoot code is right over here. And right now we're just listening to some lo-fi hip-hop music, just to settle in, It is a rainy kind of Thursday evening, but that doesn't mean we have to be gloomy over here. We can still have a wonderful day. And just relax and have a good time with each other. If you're here, drop a comment, say hello. Hi, Leah. It's great to have you. See you there. I'm so glad that you know how to use this technology. Miss Leah is one of my friends who is also a teacher, but she works in another district, or she was working in another district. She recently just graduated, so if you see her, name. Let's see how she does. Let's see if she's smarter than a fifth grader, because she does have a bachelor's degree at the bare minimum. This is a call out post. I told people on Tuesday, let's see if people will join us. If not, we'll have a small party today, but that doesn't mean that this will stop. We'll just keep doing and keep going, and have the more people join us later. As always, I mean, if you're watching this retrospectively for whatever reason, or you join us late, you can always join us by putting in the code, which will come in at the bottom left. Today is Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Next Tuesday will be a sports theme. So we have everywhere: baseball, basketball, football, field hockey, lacrosse. I'm going to do croquet. Like, I'm really going to go out there, because if we're going to do sports, we're not just going to do like the big three, the big Western three, like football, basketball, baseball. We're going to do soccer. We're going to do a bunch of different sports just to get there, to get a fully well-rounded thing, because like sports sports is like very encompassing. Hi, McClintock family, welcome. I'm just talking about Trivia Tuesday for our next theme. On Tuesday it's sports theme, and so if you're joining us, welcome the Sloans. I'm glad to see some familiar faces. We are so I was tempted. One of my friends gave me a great idea of doing like a woman in sports theme, and that'll really like turn people on their head. But I think that would be a little too not too much, because woman in sports is definitely deserving of its own theme. But I would want to give people enough time to prepare, because I know some of you guys are really like, I need to know the theme so I can practice. And so for those people, I want to give them enough time to really get there. So we're just gonna wait. I'll call we'll give it a little bit more than 4 minutes, but we'll start around 7:30, just like we always do. And you can test if you're smarter than a fifth grader, smarter than a junior bolt. Looking at this Kahoot really made me miss school. Like, it made me miss like being back there with the kids. And so it was like a very nostalgic feeling. I'm like, oh, I remember when I was learning these things, and B, I remember when my kids were learning these things. And some of these things, I'm like, would a fifth grader actually know these things? Because some of them, I'm like, I'd have to go back in time and like see if those things, like, there's some things about American history that I'm like, did I learn that in fifth grade? Like, I know that I learned it in social studies, but was it in fifth grade that I learned it, or like a higher grade? So you'll see some of these questions here in this fifth grader, are you smarter than a fifth grader? Are you smarter than a junior bolt? Might trip you up. They tripped me up. Like, I was thoroughly surprised. Some of them are like knowledge that you think you know, but then you're asked the question and you're like, dag, is that this or that? Also, like, we're just like so set in our ways on how we do problems and how we do problem solvings. It's like sometimes you're hit with a new thing and you're like, wow, that's how you do it, or those are the steps. It's just pretty cool. It keeps you on your toes. Casey, I saw you joined and then you left, so I don't know if you left for real or if your app just did a thing. Don't want to have anyone miss out with us tonight. Also saw Phoebe was here as well, but she is missing as well. So if you're here, I don't want you to be gone. I want you to be a part of the experience. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? We got some cool stuff. I'll probably do this kind of event every Thursday as well. So we'll have Are You Smarter than a sixth grader? Are you smarter than a seventh grader, eighth grader? We'll kind of go through the grades as long as we can on Thursday. So we'll have two more three more. I wish I could count. I guess I'm not smarter than a fifth grader. Three more grades for middle school. So we'll have three more grades of Junior Bowl for seventh. Fifth grade is in elementary school. See, when I was growing up, fifth grade was in middle school, but we're gonna ignore that. But then we'll have we did fifth grade today. We'll do sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, and then we'll start high school. And so then the questions will get a little bit more intense. I mean, every grade will get a little bit more intense, but like it's also some of there's also like definitely some pop culture or like readings that the kids had to do. So it'll keep you on your toes. It kept me on my toes at the very least. Just checking some notifications here. Phone screen closed. I'm back. I've got the high school bio down. I wonder if there is high school there. Oh, for when we do get to high school, that biology section you'll be set. Johnny Wiz is here with us today. Excited to have you. Tots just joined us. Salvati is here. Thankful for everyone who's joining us. We're gonna give it maybe a minute or two just before we start. Get any last minute stragglers. I know. I told people on Tuesday, but I put out the graphic a little bit late today, so I'm not trying to. I want everyone who wants to be a part of it to be a part of it today. But this will be a recurring thing that we'll do every Thursday as well. Trivia on Tuesday, and then it's also like trivia on Thursday, but like more geared to like, are you smarter than? I hope everyone. Yeah, please share this. Let everyone know. Post it on your Facebook pages. If that's the case, I'll give it a few more minutes. I hope you guys don't mind, all of you guys that are here today. Also, they can, hopefully they know that they can join in whenever. So even if we did get started, they can just join in at any time. Who did we just lose? Oh. So, Cameron just joined us. I know that Phoebe's on her phone, so that I'm like, I read the comments. So if you comment in the comment section, I will read it and I will address it as best I can. We'll have literally 60 more seconds until we'll start because I don't want to waste any of you guys' time that are here on time early. I see your name disappearing, but I know that you're still there in my heart. I think it's just the website thing of like this person was inactive, so you might, if you don't see your name, and I know it's kind of hard to see with this like, are you smarter than a fifth grader background. I see Cameron, the Sloans, Miss Leah, Slick Rick, McClintock family, Johnny Wiz, and Cameron. Tots is back. And we are going to get started. If you have anybody who you think is going to join us later, let them know that they can still join us by doing the Kahoot. It'll be on the bottom left. But I want to get started right now. Let's get this music out of here. 3, 2, 1. First question. Emma laid 2 yardsticks and a 12-inch ruler end to end. How many feet long is the line? Is it 3 feet, 5 feet, 7 feet, or 9 feet? 2 yardsticks and a 12-inch ruler, end to end. 3 feet, 5 feet, 7 feet, or 9 feet? So, a yard is 3 feet, and 12-inch ruler is 1 foot. So, 6 and 7 feet long. Yes, 7 feet. So let's see who got that in quickly. Salvati in the top. Then we have McClintock family, Tots, Miss Leah, and then the Sloans. Question number 2. Inca civilizations were concentrated on what continent? South America, North America, Africa, or Europe? The Incas. The picture, if you're not looking at the picture, then I can't help you. I'm giving you as much as I can. South America, North America, Africa, or Europe? Answer now. Truly, I should have maybe, South America. The Incas were like in that Upper Peninsula. Salvati, we have the Sloans in third, and I'm here, Phoebe, in fourth. Miss Leah in fifth. Third question: in Minecraft, what blocks have gravity? Dirt, mountain, rain, or desk? Dirt, snow, leaves, or stone? Wood, wooden plank, cobblestone, bookcase? Or water, gravel, lava, and sand? See, like your fifth graders or your sixth graders, your junior bolts, they'll know this answer. I know a lot of kids in my class love Minecraft. Granted, gotta tell you, I do not know this answer. Or I didn't know, rather, when I was making this Kahoot. So, the answer is water, gravel, lava, and sand. So those are like free-flowing objects in Minecraft. So like the lava is something that'll come down because like it's just like the mechanics of the game. I don't want to explain it too much. I'm here, Phoebe, with a streak of 3. Then the Sloans and Slick Rick, Salvati in 4th, and McClintock family in 5th. I did play Minecraft, but I wasn't big on Minecraft. Who was the first president of the United States to live in the White House? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, John Adams, or Thomas Jefferson? I played Minecraft a little bit. I think I bought it like 3 times. It was I played it more for like the mini games. I really didn't like build in Minecraft. I did a lot of like I got back into it when they did like battle royales and stuff. But I'm definitely young. Like the first president of the United States to live in the White House is John Adams. Ooh, you can get me on a tangent. Slick Rick in number 1. I was gonna say number first place. I'm here, Phoebe, the Sloans, Johnny Wiz, and Shay in the sequential order. What is the lowest prime number? Is it 0, 2, 1, or 3? Remember, a prime number is a number that can only be divided by itself and 1. So which of these numbers is the lowest? 3, 2, 1, or 0? Put in your answers now. It is 2. 1 can be divided by, like, 1 is a tricky one, so it's like not a part of the rule because it's like the rule to be prime, you need to be able to divide by 1 in itself. And so 1 is like inherently not. So 2 is actually the lowest prime number. Miss Leah came up with the only person answering that right in 3rd place. Number 6, who came up with the 3 laws of motion? Was it the science fun scientist, Isaac Newton, Galileo, or Thomas Edison? The science fun scientist, Isaac Newton, Galileo, or Thomas Edison? Isaac Newton. Everyone got that right, so I know this leaderboard. Oh, wow. Quick fingers, Johnny Wiz. 7 out of 28. Who was the first person to step foot on the moon? Alan Shepard, John Glenn, Neil Armstrong, or Sally Ride? Alan Shepard, John Glenn, Neil Armstrong, or Sally Ride? This is a very creepy picture of the moon. It came... So some of these questions come with like preloaded images, like when you like use the question bank, and I didn't bet the image. This one's a little off to me. But the answer for this question is Neil Armstrong. He was the first person to step on the moon, and then Buzz Aldrin was the person to follow. Wow, we have some movement. Slick Rick, then Miss Leah, then Shay, then Salvati, then I'm here, Phoebe. 8 out of 28. What state is the Grand Canyon in? California, Arizona, Utah, or New Mexico? Excuse me. Yes, the Grand Canyon is in the state of Arizona. Let's see where we are. Wow, Shay is now in first place, then Slick Rick, then Salvati, then Miss Leah, then Casey. Carefully is an example of what type of word? An adjective, a noun, an adverb, or a pronoun? Is it an example of an adjective, a noun, an adverb, or a pronoun? Careful. An adverb. Good job, y'all. Salvati has the highest answer streak of 4. This is a quick flowing leaderboard. It's moving every round. Which of the following decimals are ordered from least to greatest? I'm going to spare you me reading every question, but you have red, blue, yellow, or green. Which of the following decimals are ordered from least to greatest? Dun, 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 dun. Blue, with the answers as shown. Salvati, answer streak of 5, who can take the throne from her. 11 out of 28. What do the 13 original stripes represent in our American flag? The 13 symbols of America, the 13 years that the American Revolution lasted, the 13 people who signed the Declaration. I should just slow down. Or the 13 original colonies. The 13 symbols of America, the 13 years that the American Revolution lasted, the 13 people who signed the Declaration of Independence, or the 13 original colonies. I'm speaking fast because I want to get you through them all so you have enough time to answer in case you're reading about them. But they are the 13 original colonies. The Sloanes is in 3rd place. Which of the following states is not on the Gulf of Mexico? Georgia, Alabama, Texas, or Florida? Georgia, Alabama, Texas, or Florida? Which of the following states is not in the Gulf of Mexico? As you can see on your screen, the Gulf of Mexico is right there in this right here, where my mouse is. Gulf of Campeche. I've never heard of that Gulf. The answer is Georgia. Y'all are doing pretty good. Tots in 5th, but Casey is back with an answer streak of 3. Who was the Cantor who saved Harry Potter in the Forbidden Forest? Was it Ronan, Firenze, Aragog, or Bane? Who was the Cantor who saved Harry Potter in the Forbidden Forest? Ronan, Firenze, Aragog, or Bane? Firenze. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. 3 players lost their answer streak, but the leaderboard stayed the same. Which planet is the hottest planet? Mercury, Earth, Venus, or Mars? Mercury, Earth, Venus, or Mars? Which planet is the hottest? Mercury, Earth, Venus. So Venus, you would think that Mercury would be hotter because it's closer to the sun, but Venus is actually full of hot gas. It's just hotter. Salvati with 9 correct answers. Somebody's got to bring her down. Each side of the baseball diamond is 90 feet. How far is it around the whole baseball diamond? 270 feet? 390 feet, 180 feet, or 360 feet? Put in your answers now. That is a little tight. The answer is 360 feet. Let's see who's... Okay, Tot's coming up to 3rd place. Salvati has the highest answer streak of 10. Will she continue to keep it for the rest of the game? Who knows? What 3 countries make up North America? Mexico, Canada, United States, or Mexico, Brazil, United States? Canada, Florida, United States, or Mexico, Canada, California? Just answered some notifications. Mexico, Canada, United States, but not enough time to read through them all, but if you know the right answer, you know the right answer. The answer is Mexico, Canada, United States. Let's see. Salvati. Johnny Wiz came up till 5th. 3 in a row. Tots is back in the game. Excited for you, Tots. The Second Continental Congress chose blank to lead the Continental Army. John Adams, Ben Franklin, Benedict Arnold, or George Washington? John Adams, Ben Franklin, Benedict Arnold, or George Washington? The answer is George Washington. He led the Continental Army. The Second Continental Congress chose him. Miss Leah in 5th place took out Johnny Wiz. What is 1,285 rounded to the nearest hundred? Is it 1290, 1280, 1300, or 1200? Look at the rounding mountain if you need help. $1,300 is the correct answer. Shay is back with an answer streak of 3. 19 of 28. In Minecraft, what is the mob that explodes? A creeper, a skeleton, a spider, or an enderman? A creeper, a skeleton, a spider, or an enderman? What is the character, better question, that explodes in Minecraft? A creeper, a skeleton, a spider, or an enderman? It's creepers. So if you saw the media, let me see if I can pull it up. It's these little guys. They come up to you and they explode and they give you a lot of damage. Let's go to the next. 20 out of 28. Who rode on his horse to declare the British were coming? John Adams, Ben Franklin, John Hancock, or Paul Revere? The British are coming, the British are coming, like you'd see on any kind of reenactment. Who was that? Paul Revere. Awesome job, guys. Let's see. What is 20% of 240? 24, 20, 48, 21. 24, 20, 48, or 21? So for me, how I would do this is I would do 10% of 240 and then I'd multiply that by 2, just because that's how my brain works. So I'd get 24 and then I'd do 24 times 2, which gets you 48. Awesome job, guys. McClintock family in 5th place. Awesome. What major event happened in 1620? Pilgrims settled in the New World, the Declaration of Independence was signed, cotton mills were first opened in New England, or Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. What major event happened in 1620? Pilgrims settled in the New World in 1620. Everything else happened much, much later. We are still in the same way on the leaderboard. Multiply 3 divided by 10 by 5 divided by 6. What do you get? Multiplying fractions. Cross multiply, then divide? No, that's not what you would do here. What would you do? Multiply the numerators by each other and then the denominators by each other and then simplify. Or is that what you'd do? I don't know. Figure it out. Find the answer. The answer is 1/4. So you do 3 times 5 is 15, and then 10 times 6 is 60, and 15 over 60 simplifies to 1/4. Slick Rick and Salvati got that right. The Sloans, Tots, McClintock still keep their spaces, though. What kind of wand does Harry Potter have? A 10 3/4 inch vine wood with a dragon heartstring, a 10 1/4 inch hornbeam wood dragon heartstring, 11-inch Hollywood phoenix feather, or a 10-inch hawthorn unicorn hair. If you have no idea what I just said, people in Harry Potter have their wands kind of like called out to them, and they're all made of different stuff. and each material has its own kind of like nuance. And he had an 11-inch Hollywood Phoenix feather wand. One of the most like powerful wands, but can also be the most finicky. Blah blah blah. Is really cool stuff. Um, McClintock is now in fourth place. Salvati's got an answer streak of 5. What force resists motion between two objects? Friction, gravity, mass, or air pressure? What force resists motion between two objects? So if I was pushing, what do you see? If I'm like moving this hat or my headphones, what force is resisting the motion between my head and my headphones, or my head and my hat? Is it friction, gravity, mass, or air pressure? One of these answers trick you. It is friction. Oh, you guys all got it right. Good on y'all. Keep going then. The post office sells 136 stamps in 1 hour. At this rate, how many do they sell in 8 hours? Quick math time. Is it 1036, 935, 1088, or 1278? Put in your answers now. 136 times 8, so you can do 6 times 8 and 30 times 8 and then 100 times 8 and then add them up together, or you can just do that thing where you put 1088. The Sloanes in fourth place. 2 questions left. What state is nicknamed the Constitution State? Is it Virginia, Delaware, Pennsylvania, or Connecticut? Virginia, Delaware, Pennsylvania, or Connecticut? Not related to the question, but definitely related to the states, is that for the longest time, like when I was growing up in school, like spelling Connecticut was really hard because it was like Connecticut. And that state is the one that's named the Constitution State. I believe Pennsylvania is like the Liberty State or something. It's a tricky one. But the Sloanes are the one that got that back in fourth place. Last question of the night. Finish the lyric to the song Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. This hit that ice cold. Taylor Swift that white gold. Julia Roberts that white gold. Michelle Pfeiffer that white gold. Emma Watson that white gold. Whichever one sounded like it fit, finish that lyric. Thank you for joining us, Link. We are on our last question of the night, and it was Michelle Pfeiffer that white gold. And so we are getting ready to see this scoreboard. Let's see how everyone did. Are You Smarter Than a Junior Bowl? In third place, Slick Rick. In second place, Tots. And in first place, we have Salvati. And the Sloanes in fourth and McClinton family in fifth. Get our feedback really quick. Let's see where everyone is. We'll do this again next Thursday. So on Tuesday, we'll have our regular Trivia Tuesday. And on Thursday, we'll do like this kind of Are You Smarter Than? Let's see. So Casey was just a smidge away from the leaderboard, as was Miss Interlante. But I just wanted to say thank you all for joining us here today on our first ever, our pioneer episode of Are You Smarter Than a Junior Bolt? Hopefully next Thursday you'll join us again. Tell your friends that we'll do this every week, and we'll hope to see you there. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, or if you have any, you're like, oh, I want to see a question on blank in, because we did 5th grade today, so next grade will be 6th grade. So if you have a particular 6th grade question that you're like, oh, I know this is great, let me know and I'll put it in there. I hope you have a wonderful day.